great after a great Orange Bowl victory, you graduate Kansas. Tell us what happens next.
So after I graduated, I decided I wanted to kind of pursue. It's funny. It's like when you get done with school, especially if you go to film school, they're like, "Great, go do film." And you're like, "Oh, do film? Like what part?" Like there's 1,000 different areas, and I have no experience. Because I made a short film. I'm going to send that to somebody. They're going to be like, "Great, thanks, kid." So I think the initial thing was I went back and talked to my uncle, and he knew some people in the trailer business, and he said, "Hey, maybe you should try to pursue movie trailers." I'm like, "That sounds fun." So I flew out to LA and started working at a company called the Refinery Creative. Initially, it started out where I was just delivering wine and doing all that stuff for somebody. And they said, "You'll probably be in this job for a couple years." And I said, "A couple years? Are you crazy?" I said, I had a little different mindset than I think a lot of people out there, where you kind of go like, you're an assistant for 5 years, then you're somebody's like, I don't know, coat guy for another 10 years, and then you're eventually going to be like an assistant camera operator, or whatever. And so my approach was like, hey, I will do this. I will do whatever I'm hired to do, but just, can I work on trailers on my own time? Because I want to be an editor if I'm working at a trailer house. They said, yeah. And I ended up working like 100 hours a week. They had to like give me a key. And, I was there till 3 a.m. I'd get in at 6, I'd go in there and I'd just work, and I'd just be like, just promise me you'll give me feedback. Within 2 months, I got promoted several times and was working on trailers for a bunch of different movies and working as an editor. And so I kind of climbed up from that post background, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about when you only have like 10 jokes, but you got to do like 50 versions of something. You got to just keep working through it, and that helped me a lot in documentary now when I look at it, because sometimes you only get these shots and that's what you got to work with. So how are you going to make your vision happen? Because it's not an answer like, well, give me better stuff. Eventually you just got to make something cool and put your stamp on it. So started there, moved into kind of working full time, moved back to Kansas, started working full time for KU. And that's when I really started getting into more shooting and documentary storytelling.